Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're having a look at another devblog for War Thunder, and this is for the Dassault Milan, which is going to be the new French premium jet coming in at rank 6, so this is going to be the grinder for France if you want to get to the higher echelons of the game. Being very similar to a bunch of other vehicles that we have in the game, such as the Mirage, it should be pretty fun to fly. And also, it is a pre-order pack. So if you want to purchase this pack, you can use my creator link that you'll find in the description of the video, and you can get yourself 3% off of the purchase and also my decal in the game. So you can save yourself some money, you can give a kickback to the channel, and also get a cool decal. So make sure if you want to buy this thing to do that. Also at the same time, in the Milan pack itself, you get access to the Mirage Milan 2000 GE, 15 days of premium account, the pre-order bonus of the War Kite title, and also a Black Kite decal as well. So overall you get some quite nice things. Anyway, let's get into the history of the Dassault Milan. The development of the Milan began in 1968 when Dassault, in cooperation with Swiss engineers, began working on a modification on the Mirage 3, which became known as the Milan or Kite. Unlike the standard variants of the Mirage, the Milan received a pair of retractable canards on its nose section in order to improve the aircraft's low-speed handling characteristics and shorten takeoff distances. In addition, the aircraft was fitted with an uprated ATAR 9K50 turbojet engine as well as a laser rangefinder. Dassault manufactured a total of 3 Milans, basing them both on the Mirage 3 and Mirage 5. Tests of the various prototypes all showed notable improvements in the areas targeted by the aircraft's modifications. However, the canards also caused issues with the normal operation of the air intakes as a result of their turbulent generation. Regardless, Milan competed in the Swiss tender against both the A7G as well as the G91Y, but failed to impress the Swiss Air Force sufficiently to enter service, same as her competitors though. In 1972, Dassault stopped all further work on the Milan project and shifted its attention to the development which resulted in a more advanced version of the Mirage. The Dassault Milan undertook its final flight on March of 1976. So when it comes to the Milan, what we're basically looking at here is a slightly better version of the Mirage 3E. I feel like they're probably going to try and put it at the same BR as it though, so it will be very combat effective. This machine has access to a ton of different weapons and also a lot of the features which are great on the Mirage 3E. Now, if you don't know about the Mirage 3E, it's an upgrade of the Mirage 3C where they changed its engine. They gave it an upgraded engine, but they also increased its weight. But the main difference between them is that it gave it access to countermeasures. And countermeasures in War Thunder are a godsend. There's something that at the level that the Mirage 3 is at, you need to be more combat effective. And if the Milan also has access to these countermeasures and also has access to all of the weapons that the Mirage 3 has and also has slightly better performance when it comes to acceleration and also maneuverability, it should put itself in a very good stead. The actual Milan does use a better, more powerful engine than the Mirage 3E as well, the Snecma ATAR 9K50 turbojet engine, and a lot of people have said that the Mirage 3E with its ATAR 9C feels sluggish, which I can understand why, because the Mirage 3C feels a little bit better than it through the air. But with this upgraded engine on the Milan itself, it should counter those issues, which means that you can put its devastating weaponry to good use. Looking at the vehicle itself, it has access to the standard 30mm DEFA cannons, which are good on all of these machines, especially the French machines. It does get access to IR missiles, it does get access to also AGMs, and also rockets and bombs and all of that good stuff. And with the laser designator as well, it should have a good time. The only problem with it is the IR missiles itself, and this is where it's going to be limited. So its overall usability is going to be very nice, its flight performance is going to be great, but the sidewinders that it gets, at least according to the pre-order package, is it gets 2 AIM-9B guided air-to-air missiles. So it doesn't get anything else when it comes to that stuff. Now that may change, but at the same time, if they gave this thing magics, it would probably go up to 10.7 pretty quickly. And as a premium, I'm pretty sure they want to keep it as low as possible, so it doesn't affect top-tier matchmaking as much, and also gives people a better experience in order to play it. It also gets access to the Nord Aviation AS-30 guided air-to-surface missile. That's the big boy, which will just donk anything that it finds. And since it has a laser rangefinder, I feel like it might be able to use those in tandem to be very effective. It also gets access to 250, 400, and 500 kilo high explosive bombs. So in its usability in ground, it will be as good as aviation, and also gets access to SNEB unguided rockets as well. It also it also looks like it has access to these like massive bombs on the wings. I actually asked Rocker about this, and he let me know that this is actually the Matra JK200. Now, the Matra JK200 is kind of a system which is designed to be able to carry rockets, bombs, and fuel at the same time. So it's kind of an external system you put on the vehicle so you can kind of have a multifunction setup on it. So instead of needing hard points for everything, you can kind of stick this on a hard point and then stick a bunch of bombs or rockets or fuel to it, which I thought was pretty interesting. It also should have better low speed maneuverability, which I suppose is quite nice compared to the Mirages, but the other Mirages already have pretty good low speed maneuverability, and also when you're in jet battles, you don't want to be at low speed. It's one of those things which generally won't serve you very well. And the J-35A, for example, is an incredibly maneuverable aircraft. A lot of people get stuck at low speeds while flying it, and most of the time will just get creamed by somebody going around. I don't want to see anybody in this machine, the Milan, doing the same thing, when especially this thing should have a better time when it comes to general use. I don't know about the radar. It doesn't talk about the radar. It doesn't talk about any semi-active homing missiles either, or semi-active radar homing missiles, I should say. So it's probably limited when it comes to its air-to-air missiles quite a lot compared to other stuff. But this vehicle will still be, you know, a fantastic vehicle to fly. The Mirage 3C was one of the best experiences I've had at higher tiers in a long time. Fantastic missiles, good maneuverability, and generally pretty fun. The only reason I haven't spaded out the Mirage 3E yet is because I've been kind of procrastinating on the French tech tree to see what they would add next, and maybe alongside the Milan with this rank 6 premium jets, maybe we'll get another thing to come along after the Mirage F1C, or maybe just some additions to it, such as the Magic 2s that we saw recently, making the Mirage F1C a lot more combat effective compared to other aircraft. It is fantastic to see the Milan. It looks beautiful. The engine should do well. The weapon should do well. Everything should do well on this thing. And it looks like a good pickup for people to grind through the tech tree. The missiles will probably keep its BR low as well, so you'll outperform everything that you find. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Merciless Reaper, Jerry Provolt, Mega Dino King, Professor X1718, Orange Tail, Sakoshi Tiger, Teddy, John Ryman, Universe, Eugens Terry, Ambrosius McClellan, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, Moxie, B. Young, and Derek R., Barine, Lafouche, and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.